Thank you very much, fellow Africans, and welcome to our today's episode of the Change for African campaign. So, therefore, fellow Africans, being on Wednesday, as usual, is about our third pillar of the Change for African campaign, which is about the minerals or the resources that we own as an African continent. So, therefore, fellow Africans, to help us exemplify more of this, I'll be basing more on mineral extraction. Africa has for quite a long time, over the decades, since then, Africa has been a home whereby the only activities that have been taking place in Africa in the mineral sector is the extraction of these minerals to other continents and countries across the globe. But then the benefits that Africa is supposed to reap are very minimal as compared to what they own as an African continent. Remember, these are very expensive minerals. These are very crucial minerals or critical minerals in many industries. These are minerals that are running the global industries when it comes to the motors industry and so many industries across the globe. All these minerals come from Africa, and so it has taken for those all those years Africa to be in that category whereby it has been regarded as a place whereby the only thing that can happen is to milk Africa, is to extract its mineral and take to those continents. And so people have been raising voices about what should be done about Africa. Why can't we refine our own minerals here in Africa? Why can't we have industries that to be able to process these minerals and manufacture our own things here, and then export finished products? But then it is an issue whereby if we are not very keen, an issue that requires a very keen strategic interventions to be able to deliver on that. Because remember, we have gold, we have lots of cobalt, we have nickel, we have diamond. All these are in Africa, and all these are being extracted from Africa to other continents. And just with a little bit relation to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, about the minerals of Africa, that issue came out about the issue about mineral extraction from Africa was very vital. It came out very loudly that Africa now should shift from that behavior. It is a very bad behavior whereby you own it, but then you do not own it in real sense, because they come, mine it, and then go manufacture things in their own countries using your own minerals, and then you import them at very high prices. So it is an issue whereby it also calls for the issue of infrastructure, and infrastructure comes with the issue of the leadership in place. We need to have leadership that understands that if really need to benefit hugely from these minerals of ours, then you need to make sure that you put up infrastructure, the requisite infrastructure to be able to facilitate these minerals, to be able to manufacture whatever you want. Let us put up industries, that can be able to manufacture these minerals here in our own continent, so that what we export, we export finished products, but we do not export raw minerals. That is actually a loss for the African continent, because we own the minerals. Why can't we own the industries to be able to manufacture these minerals here in Africa? So it is an issue that still has been, it still continues until today. But then if we really want to have to feel the real impact, the positive impact of these minerals in the African continent, then what you need to do is to think a little bit, a notch higher from what you are thinking, and that means that we do something different from what you are doing currently. Doing something different, it means we cease from exporting raw minerals, but we incorporate industries in these areas. We build our own industries here to be able to refine our own minerals and be able to manufacture components from these minerals and to be used so that you can use them here in Africa, because a lot of minerals are being extracted from Africa to other continents. It is an issue that the Africa Continental Free Trade Area had put it into consideration that Africa should cease from doing that. And I'm glad that some of the African countries have been able to take that into note. The likes of Burkina Faso, when the new military regime came in from Ibrahim Traore, they made sure that all things to do with exporting raw gold from that country, it's totally banned in Burkina Faso. But they have taken it. That is the leadership now. the leadership now has come in place whereby they understand the real impact of these minerals when they are mined and then refined in their own countries, and then they're even able to put up industries to refine these minerals in their own country and manufacture even things to export. They know what it means, and they know what it means to export direct raw minerals to other countries without being able to refine them fast as a country. So it needs some bold decisions, it needs some strategic, it just needs, it's a one-touch thing. But then in Africa we have made it very hard that everything needs some very many laws that do not even help us. These are things that continue to kill us. Remember, when you realize that you have more laws, that is when you realize that we have more issues of corruption, because corruption is ailing us. And so when you speak about corruption, it's when we incorporate more laws into our constitutions which even hinder the prosperity and progress of our country. When you take Burkina Faso as an epitome example, it shows that everything is possible in Africa, and we can shift from those colonial minds. We can shift from those traditions of people coming extract directly our minerals and take them to their countries. It is possible for Africa to shift from that bad manners of exporting raw minerals, to other countries, and then the benefit they are getting, it is very minimal, it is very mean, and it cannot sustain Africa. Africa's minerals are able to sustain Africa and make Africa the richest continent that it is indeed. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have an interesting afternoon. Let's meet tomorrow as we discuss our 44th episode of the Change for African campaign. I'm sorry I did not say this was our 43rd episode of the Change for African campaign. Thank you. Have an interesting afternoon.